And I was talking to my doctor today, and she said, when you feel tired, lay down. Your body is asking you to give it time to heal. So that's all I seem like I've been doing for the last year or so, but I'm healing, and I'm so much better.
And actually, I've taught you, or at least encouraged you to have naps. Yeah. Because I've never had a nap in my life.
Yeah, but you do them really well.
Like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And I had my first nap, and I thought, why have I been fighting this?
Remember that doctor in Atlanta? We went to him for something.
Yeah, he's dead.
And he's dead.
Yeah.
But anyway, the last thing he said to me when you got off the table, was he a chiropractor?
But he was like a super chiropractor.
Yeah. Anyway, he said to me, you make sure he takes naps.
Yeah.
And he said that 3 times. Make sure he takes naps.
Yeah. Well, he took the ultimate nap. Yeah.
He was a real good doctor. In fact, Nick Gonzalez.
Yeah, I'm sure he's doctoring right now.
Dr. Nick Gonzalez, who I interviewed in at least 3 of my books, maybe more. The reason we went to Atlanta to this doctor, because Alan had something wrong with his neck, and Nick Gonzalez said to me, I've never done this before, but I'm recommending that you go to Dallas, and this doctor is a chiropractor. I'm sure he said he was a chiropractor. And he said...
but he invented that incredible machine that is being used by chiropractors all over the world. Right.
And he said, I've even sent my wife to him. So when that doctor said to me, make sure he takes naps, I thought, I'm listening to you. I miss Nick Gonzalez.
I do too.
He was...
he was the real deal.
Yeah, he was sent by God.
Yeah.
His protocol for cancer was, and don't laugh, and the media did was make fun of him. Coffee enemas.
But it has to be organic coffee.
Yeah.
Preferably free trade as well, but at least organic, because if you use regular coffee, if you knew all the...
Remember that article we read the other day about
all the terrible things that are in
conventional
coffee,
versus organic coffee?
You wouldn't even keep it in your pantry.
You wouldn't. But anyway, he was so successful in curing people's cancer through coffee enemas. And I said, why? And he said, well, the liver is like a sponge. He said, and when you take the coffee in by enema, it goes up and it like loosens up the sponge, which is the liver. And then you take pancreatic enzymes, and that eats the debris. Debris is cancer or toxins. And I've always believed that he was murdered, but I have no way to prove that. But he was supposed to present 126 case studies to the medical board in New York of stage 4 cancer patients, including pancreatic, all of whom had been alive 10 years or longer. And
by the way, those books have been published.
My books.
No, his books.
His books, yeah.
With those 120 people.
Yes, right. And when I interviewed him, and then I interviewed his patients, they were telling me these miraculous things. And so it makes sense, doesn't it? Detox the body, i.e. coffee enemas, and then clean it out with the pancreatic enzymes.
But he also, for both of us, he delves into our past, our family past, and created diets that were consistent.
Yeah.
Consistent.
Starting with your
right, exactly.
early cellular life.
If you're from the islands, it's going to be a plant and fruit-based diet. If you're from the Arctic, it's going to be mainly meat and fat and fish.
Right. Anyway.
But I'm from LA. So
anyway, I talked to Nick Gonzalez 3 hours before he died, and he was asking me about my gut, because he knew the connection point with the gut and poor health. And then I found out he was dead. He went into the next room and had a massive heart attack. And so at the funeral, his widow said to me, "Did you know he got an anonymous call?" And I said, "I did not." The caller said, "You're going to be murdered. You won't know where it's coming from, and it will look like a heart attack." Well, that's what happened to him. So I think he had a predictable walk from his office to his home every day, and if you wanted to follow him around, so anyway, you could track his movement. So anyway, his widow said to me, the anonymous caller also said he should talk to Mike Baker. Do you know Mike Baker? I said, I don't, but I know that he used to be with the CIA and now has a company called Diligence, Inc. So I called Mike Baker. Do you know Nick Gonzalez? No. Do you know you were mentioned in this anonymous phone call? No. I said, well, you were with the CIA. Does the CIA have a way of creating a heart attack in someone?
Now, I have to interject.
Yeah.
We're not implying that the CIA had anything to do with
No.
this, okay?
No, not at all.
Just that what you're doing is learning about what tools are available to do this kind of work, which obviously are with other people other than the CIA.
Right. Anyway, I said, does the CIA have a way of inducing a heart attack in someone? He said, yeah, I can walk by you and hit your arm like that, and 3 hours later you'll have a heart attack. So somebody went after him. It was so sad. Sad funeral, everything. I think of him, don't you, Alan? I think of him every day.
Welcome back to my channel. It is with a heavy heart we bring you the news of the passing of Suzanne Summers, who is best known for her roles on Three's Company and Step by Step, who died on Sunday morning. She would have been 77 on Monday, which is today. Suzanne Summers passed away peacefully at her home in the early morning hours of October 15th. She survived an aggressive form of breast cancer for over 23 years. That is, Summers' longtime publicist, Ara Curry, who wrote in a statement she shared on behalf of the actress's family. Suzanne was surrounded by her loving husband, Elan, her son, Bruce, and her immediate family. The statement continued. Her family was gathered to celebrate her 77th birthday on October 16th. Instead, they will celebrate her extraordinary life. And they want to thank the millions of fans and followers who loved her dearly. Suzanne Summers, who gained fame initially by playing a disty blonde on sitcom Three's Company, and then by getting fired when she demanded equal pay during that time with the series male star, who later built a health and a diet business empire, most notably from the Thigh Master, a workout device. In the years to come, she remained recognizable for frequent appearances in movies and on television, including the 1990s sitcom Step by Step and talk shows. She and her husband, Alan Hamel, made the Thigh Master one of the most recognized products in the infomercial history, thanks in part to Mrs. Summers' many leggy appearances alongside the product. She said that she and husband had earned hundreds of millions of dollars from its sale. Mrs. Summers also wrote numerous books, and 25 of them are bestsellers, which tended to focus on issues related to body and aging. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and like. Thank you.